So when we talk about the Chicago sound for music, man, the answering that question is difficult. Here's why. We dance to so many different styles. But one of the things that's prevalent through all of that music is a great bass line, um, awesome timing, but more important, sounds that move the soul, which causes the body to react, right? And so there are a bunch of different styles, R&B and neo soul and old school and new school, all that kind of foolishness. But I don't think the sound is as important as the vibe and the ride, if that makes any sense, right? I'm going to try to explain as best I can. We talk about the vibe of our dance music. It's important that that song tell a story that you immediately hear but feel, right? It's a song, even if it's an instrumental, because instrumentals sometimes are just beats, right? But there are other instrumentals that give us the body or the formula for expression. That's what Chicago is looking for when we choose dance music. But we also want it to be, I want to say, about 85 beats per minute, up to maybe 94 beats per minute. But there's a certain bounce to it. And when you hear it, you know it immediately. And it shows up in a bunch of different genres. But once you start to understand what that rhythm is, what that feel is, what that sound is, you got it. But I think one of the problems now is that it's more difficult to learn because DJs aren't putting in the time with the older DJs to learn what that is. And so with Music Lover Mondays, I'm hoping that people can learn what that sound is like and be able to pick music, whether it's, neo soul or regular soul music or R&B, whether it's old school. And what's funny about old school now is music from the 90s is old school to a bunch of people now, right? And so when we start using those catchphrases, we got to be careful because it all depends on who's talking, right? But that sound is something that once you learn to look for it, it's a little bit easier to decipher.